What's up? I'm just giving my quick thoughts of the reviews that have been coming out. And first thing I will say is I have seen this before. You know, where I was talking about the first beginning reviews are coming out acting like a movie's way more than what it really is. The ones I always scratch out when they're like, "Oh my gosh!" For any movie, not just this particular movie. No, any movie, especially growing as adults. And usually, I look at the person and I'm like, "Would I really take advice for this person in the real world?" You know, especially if they start out the videos like, "Hey, the geeks are back," and then you see them like look like they're in their like mid-30s and they have no wedding ring, and then I'm like, okay. So I'll say the two things that worry me is what I said when I first saw the dog. I think it's the trailer where the dog is jumping on Superman. I said this movie is going to be about the dog. They are really going to use that dog to piss on everywhere or something, and it's going to be this nonstop laughing in the theater of things that are not funny. So once you start that, it will be the theater laughing before the joke even finished. And they're like, haha, and you don't even know what was the joke, and they don't either. They just feel like, oh, there's supposed to be a joke, so we're going to start laughing. I don't get that. That's why it's bad to go on the first day or something. But yes, and the next thing is that it has me like, okay, there's something up here. Some bunch of them are starting out using the same line. They're saying, as in like, I don't know that I didn't feel like going back to figure out these exact sentence, but it's like talking like, well, as in the first one starting, yeah, and they'll say that line. It's kind of like for the Batman, they're like, well, for his first time becoming Batman, and I'm like, yeah, he's just going to just only know how to solve poems and riddles. And that's it. So those are the two warnings. The dog thing is just like, that dog's not going to make me laugh. Let you know that right now, because I'm expecting it. I'm expecting the dog, to be silly and doing these dumb things. And I'm like, I didn't come here for that. I came here to see the title Superman. I did see something weird where a guy says you barely get Superman for a Superman movie. I actually don't care about that. I was like, whatever. I'm fine. I've seen Superman enough, so I'm okay with seeing the other guys' people more. But I doubt it's like that. But the one review that I do believe, it is a black guy. I think it's a short and it has 7 out of 10. And his attitude is like, yeah, I don't remember exactly what he said, but I do believe it's more like, yeah, you definitely take your kids. Like I kind of feel that, look forward to taking your kids kind of thing. Um, but, so I really feel like that will be I'm mentioning, that would be my review of, yeah, definitely take your kids. I'm getting more positive about it, where I think it'll be better than Jurassic World Rebirth, which is, like I said, Jurassic World Rebirth was the second best Jurassic Park movie to me. And I can't remember. Everyone else who I know came out of that movie, that I know, said the movie was fine. And the people in the theater when I was in, they seemed like to be enjoying themselves. So, but everyone, I'm talking about the social media, their reactions like, oh my gosh, it's awful. And they're called 28 years later amazing. Oh, did I explain that part? Some of the people that came out of the theater, it was the woman with her husband, that usually does their, you should know when you see them. Yeah, they're acting like 28 years later is amazing. So it's like one of those things too. Like, yeah, I've seen this before. So I probably seen this like with Deadpool. I'm pretty sure it's like, if you have a mind thinking Deadpool 2 was 3, I'm sorry, or really any of the Deadpools, but Deadpool 3 was like great and all that, then this is the movie for you. Or let's say a guy was like talking about he enjoyed it, he liked Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 sucked. It sucked bad. Okay, it's like you got to force yourself to laugh at that crap. Yeah, it'll just completely turn off your brain. So like I said, it feels more comfortable of definitely now of saying, yeah, take your kids. But we'll see. I just I will say is I've always, when I watch cartoons, I was like, I wish, movies like Superman movies, like I always wish they had the budget to make it like the cartoons. I said, but that would cost a lot of money. So it almost seems like they. But the thing is, like the cartoon, is when I kind of feel like Zack Snyder did because I said I like it when Superman or Darkseid punches one of them through like three buildings or something. I don't know if they're gonna do that, but because you don't even think about like why don't they ever hit knock any kill any people going through all those buildings or something. I don't think they're going to do that, but we'll see. But it does feel more like definitely take your kids, which is whatever, you know. So we'll see. But yeah, I've seen this before, and then later you get the people coming out and says, I don't know what Kool Aid people were drinking, and then yeah, so we'll see. I feel more comfortable where it's going to be. Yeah, kids will have fun, and it was all right. I don't get too picky where like the black guy has 7 out of 10. I don't get too picky, or I don't know, was it him or someone? A couple of people said it was just the direction and how the story kept changing. Me, I'm like, if I'm entertained, yeah, but I'm more like still thinking like, but if I'm like entertained like a Disney Marvel movie where I'm just like forget about it after I walk out, it has to be buy mode, otherwise I say this movie sucks. It's just forgettable. So if I were not going to buy it, I'm going to say the movie sucks. And usually the last thing before I go, my me me and someone else won't see this at the same time, and I was going to say this uh my wife. So we agree always 100%. Usually we don't see movies on the same time because of work, kids, blah blah blah. But it depends on. Usually when I'm not sure, I just want to hear from one person that always thinks exactly what I feel when I come out of the theater. Exactly, not above. Like I thought we didn't see Jurassic World Rebirth, and we both just thought it was fine. Actually, we think, it's fine. That's why I thought it was fine. But anyways, I gotta go. I gotta go. So I meant to make this short, but yeah, basically the point is I've seen this kind of bull crap hype before, and then you get the people coming out saying, I don't know what Kool Aid these people were drinking, so I'm waiting for a couple more reviews to come out, but I'm guessing probably 7 out of 10. But I don't know. There's been a lot of 7 out of 10 movies this year. All right, peace.